Welcome along to part 16 of the Gobby Gaffer on tour over here in Brazil, managing Ceara, and no waffling today. We're going to get stuck straight in. What? Yeah, I know. It's a bit of a car crash. I'm not quite sure what's going on. Okay, so we watched the Cristal game in the COPA tournament. 2-1 winning that one. Nice start. Colo. A nice 2-0 win in that one. We were top of the league. And I don't know whether it's... Because there was a bit of a break. If you can see there, 11th of March. The next game was the 4th of... the 1st of April. So there's a bit of a gap. And I noticed it a bit late. And I thought, you know what? We need a friendly. And tried to do a friendly. It wouldn't let me. So I picked United. And I thought, you know what? We'll get beat. But it's a run out. And, well, since then, we've not been able to do anything. Obviously, we got beat. 2-1 loss, not too bad at all against Manchester United of the Premier League in England. Not bad at all. But then we played in the Copa tournament again, and we played an Argentinian team. And we got absolute... Well, we were losing that game 4-0. Absolutely battered. It looked like elite Premier League players against a team of 9-year-olds. It was absolutely shocking. We did get a couple of late consolation goals, but ridiculously horrible. And the home game wasn't much better. A 1-1 in that one. Yeah, we got a point, but absolutely shocking. And it didn't get much better in the Brazilian Cup. In the third round, first leg, we played Palmeiras at their place, and we were losing 3-0 in that game as well. As you can see, the away goals column is horrendous. So I've not solved my goalkeeping problem. I've not solved my defensive problems. I don't know. A 3-1 loss. But then we brought them to our place and, a 3-0 win in that one. So we actually go through to the Brazilian Cup fourth round. And then you remember ATM? Yeah, bankrupt ATM who were trying to fire sale all of the players, and players that are worth, or have got a value of 2.1 million. They still want over 6 million for. Yeah, that ATM. And, a 1-1 draw away from home. Not the greatest of starts to our first division, our second season in the first division. So we have Cristal again today. You'll be sick of seeing them. But it's the home leg in the Copa tournament. And can we get 3 points in that one? Well, we need to do, because we're actually second behind Hurricane now. I think the top two do qualify, but I would like to win that league. I don't think that's going to happen, because I think Hurricane are just far too strong. But anyway, we have made another signing. So 1.5 million for Luis Angel Diaz. Now, he's coming in as a 4-star player. He's only 20 years old, fills one of the foreign spots. But I looked at this player at the beginning of the transfer window. He was one of the first players that came up on the scouting reports, and he was wanted. So I had a look. Manchester City, Liverpool and Atletico Madrid. So I thought, right, okay then, just leave him alone. We've got absolutely no chance of signing him. And 1.5 million, he's going to go for a lot of money. Come to the end of the transfer window, he's still there. And I thought, okay, I'm getting baited here. I know Football Manager, but I went in for him and we signed him 1.5 million. Now, that either means one of two things. It means that although City, Liverpool and Atletico Madrid were in for him, he's actually rubbish. And to be fair, he's not been that great. Or we've actually picked up a little bit of a wonder kid. I mean, when we got the email about the top young players in the division for the season and the odds for that, and the top two were this lad and Yao Victor, both our players. So great, going forward. I don't know whether currently he's not up to scratch, whether he's not settled in yet, I don't know, but he's not been that great. Finance is still looking all right. Got 40 million in the bank. Tiny bit of transfer budget, and we are over the wage budget. It's saying committed spending. I'm not sure how that works. Oh, I think my keeper Mateus. For some reason, I've sold him, but he's still with us. He doesn't go for another few months. It's a bit bonkers here in Brazil. As you can see there in the Copa tournament, we are in second place, 7 points behind Hurricane, who I think will win the league now. They've got Colo Colo and Cristal still to play yet. So Cristal have only got 1 point out of 4 games. They're going to finish top. But as long as we can finish second, but Colo Colo is going to be a big game for us. And, well, potentially we've got that one coming up in today's episode. And I am getting a little flavour now of, so last season when we started our first division, journey, we had played a lot of games, and some teams had played 3 games less than us. I'm getting the reason for that now, and it's all to do with the Copa tournament and the Brazilian Cup. So as you can see there, some teams, I mean Flamengo have not played any games at all yet, whereas some teams have played 2. It's a bit mad. And just a quick look in the dev centre, quite interesting. An 18-year-old winger there, Luis Augusto, 2-star with the potential to be 4.5. His training rating at the moment is 9. And Bruninho, a 17-year-old winger, 2-star with the potential to be 4.5. We have actually got some decent young kids coming through. Okay, we've got Cristal in the Copa tournament, and 3 points out of that one would be very nice indeed. We'll see you in the dugout. Okay, you're not going to be surprised when I tell you we've gone back to the tiki-taka. I did say I was going to use the gegenpress and stick with it, but that horrendous run of results, I had to do something. So we have gone back to the tiki-taka, and I've set up a setting tactic as well, which they don't seem to like playing, but I mean, late on in a game when I'm holding on to a 1-0 lead, it's just instinct. But anyway, this is the team and the formation and the tactic that we're going with. Positive mentality, a tiki-taka. It's Everson in goal. Back 4 of Santos, Segovia, Garces and Garcia. The 3 in midfield, Lamas, Alisson and Castillo. Yao Victor is the shadow striker just behind Castro. And, we have Lourenco on the wing. Yanderson has picked up his early season knee ligament damage. So he's one of the best players in the team. But we lost him early season last year. And it's just one of those things in Brazil. You just have to get used to it. You will get horrendous injuries all of the time. The young kid Diaz, I have been playing him. He's not been great. In fact, if we just have a look, let's just have a look at his history. Right, 3 appearances, 1 goal, 1 assist, 6.93. Maybe he's been playing a little bit better than I thought he was. But anyway, today we need a little bit of experience, so Lourenco is going to play. So something is definitely wrong with this team. We've had 1 shot, 35 minutes on the clock. The colour clash today is pretty horrendous. A through ball there from Yao Victor that hits the back of somebody's heel. We just don't seem to be ticking along at the moment. Yao Victor gets a second chance. Castro's in the back of the net. And the referee, all of the Cristal's players are all going, no, offside, ref. What's this going to be? I'm guessing it'll be disallowed, will it? Oh, it's been awarded. Okay, so that's not too bad then, given the fact that we started this game really poorly against Cristal of Peru. And a nice little turn there from Castro in the back of the net, and it's 1-0. And of course we do get our customary injury. I've given up being annoyed about it now. It just seems to be one of those things. I mean, the other thing as well is assistant manager. It's either a bug in the game or the game is just trying to wind you up. But, you know, you get beat 4-0 and the assistant manager's still saying he's pleased. So it's nothing to do with the assistant manager. It's the AI in the game. Okay, we've got an injury. Replaced with Ismail. Yeah, don't have a problem with that. Please, can we not have the injury list that we had last season? Because that was just ridiculous. Okay, so assistant manager, you've got that one right. We are pleased with that. But we are very adept at losing a goal in a game. So can we hold on to this 1-0 lead? 4 shots and just the 1 on target. Garcia now. We could do with a second goal here just to make this a little bit more See now, I mean, what's that all about there? What's the AI trying to tell me there? I mean, last season we played really, really well, got ourselves to 4th in the league, and we put in some really good performances. I'm just not seeing it this season. Garcia, ball into midfield, Lamas slides it to João Victor, shot into the back of the net, and no goalkeeper was going to stop that one. And João Victor has been firing quite a lot of blanks in the first few, months of this season, really. A lot of blanks. But this time, a ball from Lourenço, Garcia, we're just sliding it along the penalty area, and João Victor just says, thanks very much, wallop, and that goes in the back of the net, and it's 2-0. Back again, João Victor, Lourenço now lets the ball run past him. Alisson back to Garcia. Garcia, Alisson. The one thing I have noticed is that my wing backs this season are not doing what, particularly Bahia last season. We know what he was like on that left-hand side. He was a real good raiding wing back. Not seeing it this season. Big hoof from the keeper. Our big lads at the back should pick that one up. Nice header out to Lourenço on the right hand side. That's the ball. Garcia, go on lad, you know. No, just have a run. No, what is that? What's that meant to be? I've just been saying about the wing backs. They're just not performing. Garcia there just doesn't want to go on that run down that side. Plays it back to the centre back. Garcia, have a run lad. No, he's not having a run. He's giving it to Lourenço. I know they're on support. I know they're not on attack. Well, I don't think they are. Garcia this time does decide to have a little bit of a run, but he's really frightened of taking it to the goal line. Lamas ships the ball into that top corner. Unfortunately, he doesn't hit the target. Okay, 70 minutes on the clock. We have dropped into that second tactic now. So a lot more cautious, low block, all of that kind of thing. The young kid Diaz has come on that side now. Andre Luiz has replaced Castro. And we have Jesus has come on as the ball-playing defender at the back. And a young kid that I brought in on loan, which it's a good job I did, to be honest. Lucero is in on loan because Kelvin has picked up quite a nasty injury. So we really only have Pablo Santos on that side. Football Manager and wing backs, I mean, it's like oil and water. They just don't mix, do they, at all? You can have 4 really good wing backs and you can guarantee that Football Manager will injure, well, most of them at some stage of the season. It's absolute madness. Well, I'd be very surprised if Cristal do get back into this game. They've not had a shot on target yet. They've only had 2 shots in the game. 5 minutes of time added on, and it looks like we are going to get the win. And that is a very nice win. Should hopefully keep us in second place. The next game against Colo Colo is the big one, because we need to win that one. We can't afford to lose that, because I think if we do, mind you, Hurricane might have beaten them. We'll have a look. Okay, panic over. Hurricane did beat Colo Colo. They're 5 points behind us now. They can't catch us up. So it's, it'll be a nice little training exercise against Colo Colo. But it looks like we are going through as second place, in second place out of this group. So I was actually going to show the game against Colo Colo, but it doesn't really matter now. We are through to the knockout stages. We have a first division game now against Botafogo, and we will watch that one. And how we fare in the Copa tournament. Once we've played Colo Colo and gone into the knockout stages, well, we'll see that in subsequent episodes. Just before we kick off the next game, Alex in the comments was asking how much, which was a really interesting question, really. I hadn't really noticed. I know in the Champions League you get 2.4 million for winning a game in there. The answer is, Alex, 240,000. So, obviously, this is kind of the old-style Champions League, if you will, in Brazil, because we're playing like in this group stage first. 6 games and then you go through to the knockout stages, so it is a bit different. But 240,000 as opposed to 2.4 million in the European Champions League. Big difference, isn't it, really? Okay, unchanged team for Botafogo, and it's Everson in goal. Back four of Santos, Segovia, Garces and Garcia. The three in midfield, Lamas, Alisson and Castillo. João Victor playing just behind Castro, with Lourenço keeping his place on that right hand side. We will bring Diaz in at some point, but at the moment I think, don't know whether it's inexperience, I'm not quite sure, but I think this is a very strong side. Less than 4 minutes on the clock. João Victor is injured. I'm doing my best to play with a smile on my face. Have we got Serpa on? We have. Serpa is on the bench. I brought him in to be the backup shadow striker, or even striker. Let's give him a chance. So we're getting absolutely overrun by Botafogo in the league here. That's it. I'm doing the set piece routines now. I've set them all to near post. I mean, that may come back to bite me, because obviously, you know, once teams know that we're playing near post corners all of the time, the AI will very quickly get used to that. But a very nice place in there. Santos at the near post, heads the goal in. It's 1-0. And that, let me tell you, is well against the run of play. Well against the run of play. Okay, Botafogo now do win the ball. So we get a punch there from Everson. And, oh no! No! Oh my word. You know, if only Everson would have caught that ball, it would never have gone to a penalty shout. Oh my word. Penalty awarded, of course it is. So, we went 1-0 up. I mean, it was against the run of play. Oh, Everson! You beauty! Everson makes a terrific save from the penalty. And, well, my word, I don't think he's the answer either, but, you know, maybe he's settling in. Maybe I've judged him a little bit too early, but a nice save there from the penalty. Come on, lads, we need to get this ball away from the penalty area. Look at this, 7 shots and 3 on target. We're getting absolutely battered. Well, most of our games at the moment seem to be like this. There's very, very few highlights, and I'm not quite sure what's going in, and they've done their own corner routine there. So the penalty save now is a distant memory. It is 1-1, and it's the well, it's the usual, isn't it? It's the I mean, I'm renaming it as the just before half time, seconds before half time, and we get the equaliser. Okay, a little change at half time, changing the formation. We've got 2 strikers on now. Andre Luiz has gone up top. Lucero, the young kid on loan, has come on as an attacking wing back now down that left hand side. And, well, it looks like we have to outscore the opposition. We can't stop goals going in at the back. I've never been able to do that while I've been here. I've changed my goalkeeper 3 times. The centre-backs have been changed umpteen times. We just need to score more than the opposition, and I think that's all it boils down to. But we do get another corner from Botafogo to open the second half, and that's a shot. And did Everson get a touch on that one? No, he didn't. Fired over. 1 shot, only 1 shot on target. Absolutely shocking. I literally have no idea what's up with this team. We just don't, I can't get a tune out of them at the moment. Garcia this time does chase down that side, and it's in the back of the net. It's alright, calm down everybody. The flag's up. Of course it would be, wouldn't it? Why would the game want us to go 2-1 ahead? Yeah, come on referee, get on with it. Get on with it. Yeah, we know it's disallowed. Just get on with it. You're time wasting. Yep, fine. Okay, we don't. Oh my word. No wonder we're not playing well with the AI in control. 72 minutes, and I've definitely got my work cut out. I don't know whether this is second season syndrome. There are 1 or 2 people in football manager circles who believe that first season in a new league, you do get a little bit of a boost because other teams are looking at you thinking, oh well, these are not very good. Second season, particularly if you do quite well, which we did finish 4th, teams start looking at you in a different light and start playing their better players and playing better. Second season syndrome, is it a thing? I don't know. At the moment, it would seem so, because we're playing absolutely awful. An XG of 0.2 in the 72nd minute. The young kid Diaz has come in. He's got instructions to burst in from that right-hand side. He's meant to be, well, he's not a wonder kid, but he's meant to be one of the best young players in this league. And Oliveira's come in at midfield as the box-to-box. Can we nick this game? Well, we're going to do it. Going to give it a good try. But we do come back to a Botafogo highlight. I mean, every time an opposing team attacks us, my heart's in my mouth, because I just know that we're not going to keep the ball out of the net. I mean, that only stayed out of the net because it was a shot wide. This is shocking. Absolutely shocking. About 10 minutes of the game to go, and a little bit, well, a positional change. Diaz has switched wings now. See if he can do anything off that side. Oliveira has gone up as, in fact, we'll make him an attacking midfield player. I mean, again, this could come back to bite me, because we could be in a bit of trouble at the back here. But we need to do something to try and get 3 points out of a game. We're at home. Come on, lads. Can we do something, please? No, it was one of those games, and we could have had 24 players on the pitch there and we wouldn't have won that game. The AI had made its mind up. You saw there I was making so many different changes to try and affect the game, and absolutely nothing. So, I mean, we're going to give him... See, look, pleased. Come on. No, we're angry, mate. I mean, we are going to get nowhere. I mean, look at that. 2 games played and only 2 points. I mean, that is abysmal. I need to start getting this team playing. Otherwise, we could be in a bit of trouble this season. Well, not a lot to say. Got a lot of work to do on the training pitch. Maybe it's new players in the team. Maybe they're bedding in. I don't know. I may be just making excuses. I need to go away and work on with this team now, because this is not good. We are not looking a good side at the moment. And, well, we in the COPA tournament, you know, in the knockout stages, we're going to meet much, much better teams, aren't we? Particularly the Argentinians. So I don't think we're going to go very far in that. Okay, we threw it the 4th round of the Brazilian Cup, but we're just not playing well. And as you saw on the schedule there, we hadn't been playing well either. We get the odd win, and then it all seems to go to pot again. Even the tiki-taka doesn't seem to be working at the moment. Plenty of head scratching for the Gobby Gaffer to do. We'll see you very shortly.